Hello, so about the unconsciousness. There are many. So, to begin, there is the greater unconsciousness. That is the one that the entire universe, everything with unconsciousness is a part of. Then we have what we refer to as like the racial soul, so the racial unconscious. And then we have the subracial unconscious, like, the Germanic unconscious or the, Slavic unconscious, right? That kind of thing. This is like the African unconscious, the European unconscious. And this is like the unconscious of the entire universe, not only the world. I put world, but it is more than just the world, even like the unconscious of everything. Even if there are aliens out there on another planet, this is even connected with their unconscious. And then there is you and your specific unconscious. Okay? Everything is made up of what? Atoms. My water-stained glasses here, but it is here for a reason. So, that glass, what is it? A solid made out of what? Atoms. This liquid inside. But you know what? It is still made out of what? Atoms. Right? And then, what do we have? This empty area where there is no liquid. What's in there? Air. You see the little bubbles inside the liquid going up? Right? That is all air. And what is air made out of? Atoms. So, everything is made out of atoms. Everything. How to change atoms is done with the unconscious. When you manifest things. The reason this is yellow or gold, whatever color you choose to call it, is because we unconsciously all agree the assumption that it is this color. If you can separate yourself from all these unconsciouses and only focus on your unconscious, you can change the color of that for you and you alone. You have the power to do that. So about, like sicknesses and things like that, right? Okay, so a person has cancer. Usually it is because of unconscious rage, anger, hate, and all that comes from depression, unconscious sadness, whatever you want to call it. It comes from that because you create your own sickness. That is why the guy who smokes cigarettes and drinks beer every day and eats, what we consider to be not healthy, and he lives a long time. Not all of them, but some of them, right? And then other people who live healthy and eat fruit and vegetables and all that, and then they will just they'll die young, some of them. Not all, this is just some. And the reason why this happens, because people say, well, I don't understand. How come that guy is 80 years old and he smoked every day of his life and drank alcohol every day and did all these things that are bad for you? And he lived old. And then some other person dies young who did everything correct and was really, healthy and things like that. And people don't understand that. And the reason they don't understand that is because you created it. These people who died young, even though they lived a healthy life, they created that with their own unconscious anger, their own unconscious issues that they have not dealt with, that you're not going after your life desires, the reason you're here. Remember how I say you make your multiple pathways when you're in Helheim, right? Well, you are planning out your pathways. So you are the one who picks them. You manifest them and you create them. You do. Nobody else. Only you. So, think of it like this. How will I put this into words? It's a very difficult concept. It's actually very simple. It is extremely simple, but because of the way people think with their brains today, it is hard to put into words so people who are not pagan like me can understand what I'm trying to say. All right. What they do studies now. If I look at this even though this is not water, it has a large amount of water in it. It doesn't matter. It is a liquid. It is made of atoms. Atoms are what? Atoms are made of nothing. They are pure empty. They are emptiness. They are 99.999% emptiness. What comes from emptiness? The Gununga gap, right? Everything. Pure potential. Everything comes from the Gununga gap. So from emptiness, the emptiness is not really emptiness. It is everything that is waiting to be manifested. It is atoms. Atoms are nothing. They are emptiness, but they are waiting to be manifested. So you, with your mind, connecting to your unconscious, you create. So the reason why trees are green, because we all agree that trees are green. But if you are, let's say, colorblind or something, and to you trees are red, they'll never be green. Well, you are not a part of this assumption that everyone has. You, in your unconscious, have your own assumption, and to you, trees will always be red. They will never be green. You understand? You change it. If I look at water, and I think happy thoughts, and then we look at the water under a microscope, the molecule structure is very beautiful. If I look at water and I think negative, angry thoughts, you look at it under a microscope and the water will look very sludgy and ugly, like the molecule structure. And it will change, the exact same water. It doesn't need to be different water. I can change water from being positive water that's beautiful to negative water that fast, just with a thought. And we know that now, by using microscopes and things like that and doing experiments. Same thing with plants and seeds and everything, right? You plant the seeds, you take a few seeds and you think positive thoughts and just imagine them growing real healthy. And then you take some other seeds and you think negative thoughts and imagine them not growing well. Well, guess what? The seeds that you thought positive will grow 3 times on average. When they do these experiments, on average, you'll grow 3 times faster than the seeds you put negative intention into. Or if you take up 2 plants that are alive and they are equal of size, equal type of plant, equal type of soil, equal type of water and sunlight and everything, in controlled environments in your house, and you're doing an experiment, and for 7 days, nothing but positive vibrations and thoughts towards the one plant and nothing but negative towards the other. Well, the other plant might die, the one with negative energy sent to it. It possibly will die. If not, it will get really weak. And then we have the positive plant, and it will grow and it will look beautiful, and this doesn't just apply to this. This applies to everything in the world. Everything. Now I'm going to talk about race. If you are afraid, the white race is going to go extinct, and then you act upon it thinking, I am doing this, I am acting this way, let's stop immigration and all this stuff, but I am acting this way out of fear because I am scared. The white race, the Europeans, who are the smallest, we're the minority of the world right now. And, I'm doing this out of fear because I am scared for my people. Well, it will backfire and it will not work out, and you will not be successful at repelling the immigration. Now, if you do it out of love, if you do it, I'm just doing this not because, I hate the people who are coming here, not because I am scared of what they will do to me or my people. I am not scared that I will go extinct or my people will go extinct. I want to stop them from coming here simply because I love what I am. I love who I am. I love what and how me and my people live our lives. And I acknowledge that it is different from the other peoples of the world. And therefore, I want to stop immigration, not for fear and anger, but for love. Because I love what I am and I love my people, and I do not wish to put the intention out there to have it be changed. So I am going to put the loving intention out there of keeping my people alive and our traditions and folk alive. That is the difference between how a pagan and a Christian view the racial and the immigration thing, like a pagan nationalist and a Christian nationalist. That is the difference between us. The pagan does it out of love. The Christian does it out of fear. Even if the Christian, of course, he still loves his race. Of course he does. I'm not saying he doesn't. But the bottom line is he is making his decision not based on the love. He is making the decision based on the fear. The love is just another aspect that happens to work and go along with it. Yeah, he does love his race, but he made the decision out of fear. He didn't make the decision out of love. And that is why, for the pagans, there is only really two sins. Do not lie. And the other one, do not live out of fear. And this is why. Because every time you take action out of fear, even if you think it is for the right reason, it will blow up in your face down the road and end up being very not good what you wanted. So only, you have to change your mind to start thinking like your pagan ancestors did. It is a learning process. It will not happen overnight. Tschüss.